Welcome to Wine Library TV. I think I hurt my neck. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and this is the Thunder Show, aka WLTV, the 19th best wine show on the internet. So we are going to do a bang-up job today for Friday. I'm really excited about this episode. Yesterday, I posed a question. What can I do to make the show better? And I read a lot of comments, and I'm going to bring that into the show. One thing I should say about making the show better is, no matter what I do, it will not get better. I'm going to tell you why. Because I only do this show with two things. My heart and my hip. I really just don't have enough talent to make it much better, but what I can tell you is I do it with my heart and with my hip. I shoot for my hip, and I come with my heart. So that's what this show is, period, end of story. I can't make it better. I just don't have the talent. I'm sorry. I apologize. But what I can do is bring the thunder. And that's what I'm doing today. You may notice on this table right now are two bottles of probably, arguably, the hottest wines in the world right now. Kosta Browne. Kosta Browne Pinot is like Beatles 1960s, like Joe Willie Namath late 60s. I mean, we're talking about everybody wants a piece, everybody wants a bottle of this. These wines come out at like $30, $40, unrealistic retails. You never see them at that price. These two wines, the 03 and the 04 Sonoma Coast Pinot right now, are $150 a bottle. I brought these for my personal collection. The link's below. Unfortunately, we don't have in stock, but are linked to a website where you can find other people selling it. So if you are interested in them, if we like them, things like that, that's the only access to them because we don't even have them in stock. So really excited about trying this. I know a lot of people who are watching right now that are serious about wine are getting all jazzed up. We have to do it on a Friday. Why don't you pause right now, go to your closet and pop something awesome. Don't wait. There's nothing to wait for. And Amisfield, which is a central Otago, big up to the CO in New Zealand. You know what I feel about Pinot Noir from New Zealand. I think it's the next wave, and this is 25 bones and just scored 93 points from the Wine Spectator. These two wines, 95 points each from the Wine Spectator. So it's an all Pinot, all Wine Spectator, all hot wine Friday show. So here's my little twisty twist. I'm going to do these wines single blind. Double blind is when you don't know what the wines are at all. I'm going to do these wines single blind. Obviously I know what the wines are, but in a minute I'm not going to know which one I'm tasting. And so I brought my good friend Darth Vayner to come and help me out. So Vayner, get over here. What's up, dude?
Not much. You ready to do this?
I'm ready.
All right. Another great use for the Wine Library TV T-shirt.
Indeed. Ready to go. Here we go. You want to go to the other side? I got the look. Good. Tight. All right, I know what you're thinking. You know, this might be like a Middle Eastern kind of thing going on right now, but that's not what's going on. I better make sure I can taste the wine. All right? Can't see, and I'm ready to go. So let's do this.
Oh, sorry.
That's right.
Let's go with this one first.
Are you pouring?
And now I'm pouring.
Okey-doke. The bucket? All right. Ma, you got me? Mm-hmm. All right, let's do this. So the first wine here, I mean, I'm not knocking into any bottles, am I? Yeah.
No.
Oh, all right. I got to do my thing.
Sorry.
So the first wine, as you can clearly see, has tremendous color. Obviously, I'm just kidding. So we're going to have to skip color on this episode and really focus on nose and the flavor profile. So let's jump into this. This is the first wine. Aromatically, this smells like a Pinot Noir. I'm going to go out on a limb, but I think it's Pinot. Now this has beautiful integration of like wild little raspberry and strawberry components. I do get a small hint of black pepper, which I enjoy quite a bit. This also has an intriguing dark liqueur aspect, almost like I don't know, kind of like a Kind of like a cassis, creme de cassis, but not all the way there, more towards the strawberry side, almost like an overdone strawberry daiquiri, you know, the kind that you give to your 21-year-old girlfriend. You know, drink up, baby, it's just a strawberry daiquiri. Vayner knows what I mean. Let's give this a whirl. This is pretty darn tremendous. This does have high alcohol content coming through, and so it's obviously a young Pinot. On paper, all three of them are. It's got a tremendous mouthfeel. It completely coats your palate, but the heat is clearly coming through on this wine. There is an overwhelming cherry, dark tobacco flavor coming through, which I adore right now in this wine. The secondary flavors are actually, this wine is clearly overwhelming me. The finish is extremely long, very intriguing, almost like powdered quick, Nestle's quick strawberry mix coming through. I really enjoy the overall, this tobacco strawberry combo with a little hint of pepper is fabulous. This is extremely structured. It is a home run. I scored this wine 93 points. I think it's extremely well made. It's very floral. It's very New World fruit. It's very bright. It's got a long way to go to appreciate too, and it's got a lot of structure and complexity. This wine is extremely good, and based on the price points that all three of these wines come out at, I think it's a home run. Obviously, the Kosta Browne prices are crazy now, so 150 bones for this, I don't think so. I'd definitely go Old World Red Burgundy in that price point. You can get a heck of a lot more, not a hulk of a lot more, but all in all, this is an exceptional bottle of Pinot Noir. I go 93 points. Spectacular. Vayner, let's move on. Make sure you rinse it and then dump it.
Okay.
This is fun. But it's covering my ears, so the sound. Am I yelling? I always yell.
Rinse. Little fresh pour. And there you go.
Thank you. Wine number 2. What was that message? This wine aromatically has quite a bit going on for it as well. Aromatically, this wine is a little bit more challenged than the last wine. It's got a very intriguing hint of strawberry, but a sour cherry component coming through on this, almost more towards deeper reds, Syrahs and Cabs and things of that nature, more so than a Pinot characteristic. But again, extremely well made. Has some intriguing dark chocolate flavor profile coming through on it as well. I like the overall aspect of this wine. It gets a little dirty and vegetal on the finish, which I like quite a bit. Makes it a little bit more intriguing. I get a little stinky sock meets green pepper meets some dirt with a chocolate bar on top, and put that to a campfire, and you've got this wine. There's a little bit of bark and oak coming through in this wine as well, which I like quite a bit. Overall, a young wine, a little bit more disjointed than the first wine. Not as much my cup of tea as the first wine. I'm going to go 92 points on this wine. Let's go back to the last wine and give it a 93 plus based on the whole overall aspect. But this is extremely well made as well. I like the mouthfeel. Pinot Noir is all the rage. I give Hollywood a lot of credit. But that being said, the wines have to back it up. People have to like it. I mean, there's only so much you can do. You know, the media keeps trying to tell us we love Paris Hilton. I don't know if it's working. Vayner?
No. It's not.
No. So, it's one of those things. The media told us to love Pinot Noir, but Pinot has backed it up. And this is another reason why this is an extremely good bottle of wine. 92 points. I like it a lot. Definitely not as good as the first wine, though. Okay. Couple things I'll talk about. Next week is going to be ridiculously off the charts. We're announcing some cool ass stuff. I think everybody's going to get really excited. What else? Big up to everybody friending me up, especially on Facebook. The Facebook stuff's out of control. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for everybody for adding your 2 cents into yesterday's episode. I really do this show from the hip and the heart, and so that might be a t-shirt. That'd be kind of cool, hip and heart. I really do appreciate everybody taking the time and critiquing and giving your 2 cents, and we hopefully will go into the next 250, 60, 70 plus shows with some momentum and some excitement and some changes. So hopefully you're enjoying this blind tasting so far. I'm definitely a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe we'll go a different route for the blind tasting aspect. Though I do hope everybody picks up a t-shirt and sends in pictures just like this. That I promise you we'll put on WLTV. I promise. The final wine.
Número 3.
This wine also has a very intriguing nose. This wine almost has more, again, a little play off number 2, a little bit more of a mint farm aspect. Really interesting kind of soil aspect mixed in with beautiful. This one comes through with a more of a raspberry component than the others. I kind of like that, but it's subtle and it's also very dark in a lot of ways. Not chocolate and not like blackberry, but just has some dark components over it, like a dark cloud. I don't really even know how to put it into words. Huge mouthfeel, a lot more similar to the first wine with the mouthfeel. Really like the overall complexity of this wine. Not as much heat as in number 1, similar to number 1. I'm starting to get a little feeling that 1 and 3 may be family members. Maybe I'm wrong. I gotta really taste 1 and 2 again, but this is kind of very intriguing. It's definitely got a more polished aspect to it. This is probably the smoothest of the 3 wines. I like the overall elegance of this wine. It's a slicked back hair guy in a good suit, nice watch, just that dude walking into the room that you're like, Vayner, how you get upset and be like, damn, he's taking all the chicks. That's kind of how like this wine reminds me of. It's so polished and put together. It's perfectly made. The winemaker of this wine really knows what they're doing, really working with the fruit, the soil, the terroir, and the overall fruit are singing. You're getting a true expression in this wine, which has got me extremely delighted. This wine kills. This is the total package. I think this wine completely brings the thunder. This is the best of the bunch. I'm gonna go 94 plus on this wine. Let's go 95. Let's go 95 points on this. Vayner, why don't you, Darth Vayner, why don't you put them in order? Put number 1 here, the last wine that I just liked. I'm gonna give this wine 95 points. Right here is gonna be the first wine I tasted. We're gonna go 93 points, and right here we're gonna give the last wine. I'm gonna go. You know what? Can you give me that last wine one more time?
The last one?
Yeah. No rinse, just a quick little.
There you go.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, these are good wines. We need to do this exact experiment with some good wines and some bad wines, because this was honestly a little too easy. So we're going to go 95, 93, and 91 plus 90. Let's go 92. All spectacular wines, which right off the bat tells me whichever wine the Amisfield is, it's a huge steal because you could buy, 6 bottles of Amisfield for the price of 1 Kosta Browne. So that's a scoop. All these wines, I will go back, I'll do a little bit more food pairings. I'm big on lamb with these wines, but these Pinots are so big. A lot of people don't think you can do Pinot with steak, but these wines have the stuffing to go along with that. The longevity in these wines, number 1 can last for 15 to 20 years. Number 2 is more of a 10-year wine. And number 3, the third place wine is what I mean, is really a 5 to 7-year-old wine, years for cellaring. But all in all, tremendous effort. I had a lot of fun. I'm ready to get my anti-claustrophobic aspect out. So unveil me here.
Lights will do that to you, eh?
And there you have it. So, the two Kosta Brownes won the show, but which is, I guess, a good thing. It's always good to feel like you're picking the right pedigree. However, I really don't care. I'd prefer to pick $3 wine over $100 wine. The Amisfield did show very well, but you could really tell there was a thinness, a little bit less complexity, that overall mouthfeel that this had in comparison to the two Kosta Brownes. The 2004, okay, I've just noticed that, is absolutely tremendous. This is expense account wine. Please seek this out. You need to try this. If you're a New World Pinot fan, you've got to try this. Heck, if you're an Old World Pinot fan, this wine is exceptional, well-structured, and everything else I said. Definitely worth seeking out. Definitely worth putting on the company's business card. So when you're out, look for it. Tanner, thanks, my man.
Welcome
What
aboard.
else? Question of the day. Just want to wish everybody a great weekend. Question of the day. What is the worst wine you've had in the last 14 days? Because you, blind tastings, and a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world, aren't we?